But I maintain that we will talk ourselves out of somebody we're going to draft. It's rare when you talk yourself in. You're looking for what's the negative here.
Yeah.
And instead of going, what does that guy do that's positive? And I go back to Patrick Mahomes. Teams talked themselves out of Patrick Mahomes because they thought that he was Favre-like, careless, did it in the Big 12, didn't win a lot.
Right.
And so you talk yourself out of it instead of saying, what kind of command does this guy have? Like his presence, his arm,
Right, sure.
imagination, all of those things. And, Justin Herbert, remember, he's too quiet. He's not a leader. He's too quiet.
Right. He's a bubble boy. He's been in a bubble.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what happens here. You talk yourself. I think teams are talking themselves out of Justin Fields. I think they're going, here's the knot. What more do you want from a quarterback than what he has given you on a national stage?
Sure. Listen, I understand that. And I'm with you with the overanalyzing thing. Listen, we can go through a lot of players like that, right? Like DK Metcalf. What was there not to like? Oh, one of the greatest athletes on the planet. We didn't see his full route tree. Oh, no. I don't know if one of the greatest athletes on the planet could go to that white line and make a right-hand turn. I'm not sure. Let's knock him down.
Remember, he was a workout wonder. Oh, he can't stay healthy and work out. Okay. All right. But what does he have? That's what I want to know, because I'm going to play to your strengths.
Agreed. Exactly right. You're going to play to those strengths. You're not going to ask him to do things like that. And, for a lot of the times, I don't think people just take it for what it is. Your analogy with Mahomes is right. I mean, it is. Oh, he has some Brett Favre in him. Okay, why? Because he throws off his back foot, or he has a strong arm? He didn't throw a ton of interceptions or make bad decisions in college. It wasn't like you were watching the film going, whoa, this kid's stupid. This is crazy. So you're right. They do overanalyze. Justin Fields, sure, he's under the microscope. There's no doubt about it. I do feel like the narrative around him was probably a little bit more positive than it should be going into this process. You've heard me say this before. I do think the people that, that really matter as far as the evaluators, the reason you're hearing these questions about Justin Fields is because they're rising up the ranks out of their mouths, and people in important positions in the NFL that have those issues. And he's a boom or bust prospect for me. He's really tricky. He's a tough eval. Dan, first off, to like what you would say, I would go, listen, all the quarterbacks at Ohio State have looked really good for the last 10 years, all right? So they're going to win and have open receivers and look awesome and all of that. But we're talking about a guy that's being talked about top 5. And there's just, I think, some things that of his game, especially with just the amount of throws where I think you see sometimes and you just go, whoa, how could he be this good and then miss these throws like this to this degree? And I think that's ultimately what's scaring teams more than anything about Justin Fields.